All right, so remember how fun it was to do order of operations before? What would be more fun than order of operations with fractions? What more can a guy ask for, right? So the order of operations is parentheses, then exponents, then multiplications and divisions, and then additions and subtractions. And you do these two simultaneously and these two simultaneously. And each of the 4 groups is going to be from left to right as needed. Often left to right doesn't make much of a difference. Okay, so are there any parentheses in this problem? Yeah, right here. Okay, therefore, I'm only looking inside the parentheses. I'm ignoring this division sign and this 2/3 until what's inside is a single number. Okay, once I have the stuff inside completely simplified, I can't do anything more with it, then I will expand my scope to what's taking place outside the parentheses. Okay, so inside the parentheses, are there any exponents? Nope. Any multiplications or divisions? Nope. Any additions or subtractions? Yes. Okay, so let's see. I've got addition of fractions, so I got to get common denominators. So I'm leaving some extra space right there and there. Okay, so let's see. The least common denominator is going to be 30. So I'm going to multiply by 5 over 5 and 6 over 6. Okay, is that the same color? Looks like it to me, but I am very colorblind. I've got this game on my phone where it says, see the differences between the two images. There's always one or two that I can't see it because I'm colorblind. Okay, so this right here is going to give us 5/30ths. And this right here will give us 24/30ths. And again, the divided by 2/3, I'm not doing anything with that yet. So 5/30ths plus 24/30ths is 29/30ths. And at this point, I could get rid of the parentheses because, well, there's no reason to have them at this point. However, if you leave them in, it's okay. Not a big deal. Okay, so we've dealt with everything inside the parentheses, so we go through the order of operations again. Okay, are there any more parentheses? No, not at this point. Are there any exponents? No. Any multiplications or divisions? Yes. One right there. So how do we divide by fractions? Glad you asked. You make a multiplication and take the reciprocal of the second fraction. And if you want, you could at this point say, whoa, now that it's multiplication, I'm allowed to do canceling. So I can 3 divides into there once and into there 10 times. So I get 29 times 1 on top and 10 times 2 on the bottom. And it's, let's see, okay, so this is an improper fraction. Let's see how Alex is going to want it. I want to do it both ways. Okay, they just say leave it like that. Okay, that's cool. Or you could say, well, 20 divides into 29 once with the remainder of 9, and it's 1 9/20. Either way is fine with me. I don't care. I do find improper fractions to be much more convenient for calculations by hand than mixed numbers. So, but either way is fine with me. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, so order of operations again. All right, are there any parentheses? Yes. Now, inside the parentheses, is there anything to do? No. Inside is just the number 1/2. There's nothing to do inside. Okay, so because there's nothing to do inside the parentheses, we can expand our scope to everything that is outside the parentheses. All right, are there any exponents outside the parentheses? Yes, so we need to deal with that. Okay, so the 3/7 and the subtraction sign, we're not doing anything there yet. Okay, so 1/2 to the 3rd power, that's going to be 1 to the 3rd, which is 1, and 2 to the 3rd, which is 8, not 6. Okay, and then we would say, well, at this point, you could just say, well, there's only one thing left to do, so I'll do it. But for the sake of instruction, I'll take you through it the long way. So we just did x. Are there any other exponents? Nope. Any multiplications or divisions? Nope. Any additions or subtractions? Yes. So I see a subtraction of fractions. When you add or subtract fractions, you have to have common denominators. Looks like our least common denominator is going to be 56. So I'll multiply by 8 over 8 and 7 over 7. And we'll get 24/56 minus 7/56. And if you're not real good with your times tables, up to like 12, yeah, go take care of that on your own. Flashcards, whatever it takes. But oh, math is so much easier if you know your times tables, including algebra and calculus. All righty. So 24/56 minus 7/56 is how many 56ths? 17 of those little guys. And that's what we do there. Okay, on this one, now we've got what's called complex fractions. And again, in math, the word complex does not mean challenging or difficult, although it can coincide. What it means is you have, like with complex fraction, you have more, like you have a fraction inside of a fraction. Okay, so there's more than one fraction in there. That's really all it means. Okay, so to work on this guy, what we need to do is simplify all of that and simplify all of that separately, like two separate problems. Until this is all done and this is all done, we're not going to combine the two of them, okay? Well, I've got subtraction of fractions. That means I got to have common denominators. So I'm going to multiply, for these two, the least common denominator is 15. So I'll multiply by 5 over 5 and 3 over 3. Okay, so that's going to give me 10/15 minus 18/15. Okay, and let's see. So if I subtract, I guess I don't need it like that one. I'm going to get negative 8/15. Okay, I think 10 minus 8. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so the top of the problem is all done. Okay, so now let's tackle the bottom. So the least common denominator is going to be 4. So I'll multiply by 2 over 2. And I'll get 3/4 minus 10/4, which is going to be negative 7/4. Okay, so this and this are all done. Now it's time to combine them. Okay. Well, when you divide by a fraction, like we saw a moment ago in this very same video, you flip the second fraction and multiply. Okay, well, did I flip it? I think so. Okay, well, first of all, we got a negative times a negative. That's a positive. Okay, so you can ignore the negative signs. Okay. I don't see any canceling to take place. I mean, if the 4 was down on the bottom, yeah, we could do the 4 and the 8, but can't do that. And you can only do the canceling when it's multiplication, not division or addition or subtraction. So we'll do 8 times 4 is 32. And 15 times 7, I think, is 105, if memory serves. And that is how it's done. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there you go.